Hey there everybody, Backpacker Pack here, and I've been working on trying to complete the Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl Pokédex lately, and one thing caught my mind when I read a certain Pokédex entry, and I wanted to dive into that today. Let's get to the Pokemon of interest, which is Bronzong. The Shining Pearl Pokédex entry reads for Bronzong that it could bring rain clouds, and that people from a long time ago would revere it as the Pokemon who would bring bountiful harvest. Now, I don't know about you, but when I read those words that people from like a long time ago, what did I think of? Probably the same thing you're thinking of right now. Pokemon Legends of Arceus. Now, we all know that this is set in a time in the Hisui region where Sinnoh wasn't even around like as we know it today. That it's such a long time ago, this region had a new name. It was a different name. And I would have assumed that a lot of the region formation is quite different from the Sinnoh we know. And so that got me thinking, could Bronzong potentially play, I don't know about a big role, but some kind of like medium-sized role throughout the game, because I think that would be a nice callback to the Shining Pearl Pokédex entry about how Bronzong would bring these rainfalls and help these people grow harvest. I just want to dig into that and let me know what you think about these thoughts, and if you think yes, this could happen, or if you think a better Pokemon from Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 3, or Gen 4 could be implemented in Pokemon Legends of Arceus in this kind of sense. Well, let's dive in. So I was thinking that since you're a member of the Survey Corps in Pokemon Legends of Arceus, I think it would make sense if you came across some people, maybe in a town somewhere, who were big fans of Bronzong, or maybe needed Bronzong's help. Perhaps you go to a small town, meet some farmers who have a drought, and need you to bring a Bronzong to them. And so you have to set out in the wilderness, be able to find a Bronzor or a Bronzong, be able to capture it and bring it back, so I could summon these rain clouds so the people could survive and have their crops continue to grow. And I think that would make a lot of sense, just because the Hisui region set such a far time in the past that modern irrigation systems and other technological advances presumably wouldn't exist in Pokemon Legends of Arceus. Then again, we have a phone. That makes no sense to me, but don't get me started on that. But I would think that people would be pretty dependent on, Bronzong being able to bring these rain clouds to have these bountiful harvests, just like how Shining Pearl Pokédex entries told us earlier. And so I would just think that this kind of dynamic would be really fun to go with. At least, if you don't have to capture and bring it, at least have some kind of reference, Game Freak, about how maybe Bronzong is useful to these people, how they might live in a symbiotic relationship, and Bronzong helps them and they help Bronzong survive. I think that would just make a lot of sense, and I'd like to see that. Or as the main goal of the Survey Corps is to capture and observe every Pokemon in the region, we all know that certain Pokemon like different biomes. Thinking back to Sword and Shield and how they implemented the wild area, if you wanted to catch certain Pokemon, you had to go maybe when it was raining, thunderstorms, sunny, blizzard, something like that. And on the daily basis in all these different biomes all over the wild area, they would have different kind of weather patterns. And perhaps you are set out on a mission, or you have to find a certain Pokemon, perhaps like a Wingull or a Pelipper, something that really enjoys the rain, but it's not raining. I think it would be pretty cool and unique that if you had to set out through the region and explore until you met a Bronzong per se, and you could maybe help the Bronzong or be able to interact with it to have it summon rain, which would bring the water Pokemon out into the area, which would allow you to finally catch that Pelipper or that Wingull or that water Pokemon, maybe that Surset to catch to complete your Pokédex in Pokemon Legends of Arceus. I think something like that, with the dynamics of actually interacting with Pokemon, would be really cool with that kind of weather manipulation. And I think that's something that can be easily implemented in Pokemon Legends of Arceus. As I said earlier, as we know in Sword and Shield, we have these different kind of weather biomes that would change day after day after day. And so why wouldn't Game Freak put some kind of interactions with Pokemon who can control weather? Maybe you run into a Hippowdon who can help summon a Sandstorm to catch more ground-type Pokemon or rock-type Pokemon. Or just things like that I think would be a lot of fun in Pokemon Legends of Arceus. I hope Game Freak references Bronzong's ability to summon rain clouds, whether it's referencing it through going through the small towns and how these farmers actually use Bronzong to grow their crops, or maybe you need to bring in Bronzong to them because they're going through a drought, or having that kind of like weather manipulation just out in the wild area, because that would add a level of exploration that I would absolutely love. If I'm looking for a specific Pokemon and I have to go find a way to be able to change the weather, for example, if I had to make it really sunny or thunderstorm, raining, something like that, that would just really add to the immersiveness to me, and I would absolutely love it. Well, let me know what you think of this possibility. I think Bronzong would be a perfect Pokemon for this, as we already have it mentioned in Shining Pearl's Pokedex that people from long ago used Bronzong for the Rain Cloud ability, so it would be perfect for Pokemon Legends Arceus to implement it. But if you think of another Pokemon that would work in Pokemon Legends, we have that kind of level of interaction with, please let me know. But thanks for stopping by today, and I hope you all have a great day, Pokemon lovers.